Are you interested in learning how I create paintings like this, or paintings like this, or even more complicated paintings like this, or even paintings like this? Well, then I have the answer for you. Welcome to my Patreon. And this is my Patreon where I offer online classes starting out at Yep, $5 a month will get you into my online classes. That is the still life slash landscape tier. And then you can move up if you're interested to portrait painting, which is $10 a month, figure painting, which is $20 a month, and then group Zoom tier, which is $40 a month. And I don't care if YouTube demonetizes this video because of the figure painting picture, whatever. I'm here to tell you what to expect from my Patreon. So first you click on Become a Patron. And then as soon as you click on Become a Patron, if you join the $2 a month virtual classroom tier or any of the other ones, I will send you a welcome message. The $2 virtual classroom tier it allows you to watch the virtual classroom. So what is the virtual classroom, you ask? That is important because the virtual classroom is available for $5 a month, $10 and up. It is a video where, give me a second here, I will be able to give you feedback on your artwork. So let's go ahead and log on to my Facebook here, and here you will see the virtual classroom Facebook for online students only. And this is where I give students advice on their artwork every single week. So they submit artwork and I give them up to 3 pointers per image. And I know that all of my students are confident in their artwork, so I don't mind showing this, and I know that everyone in my online classes supports the Patreon. But here you can see numerous artworks that have been submitted to the virtual classroom, and I give students up to 3 pointers each week on their artwork, and that is available for all of the online class tiers starting at the $5 still life tier. Now you get to watch this video by joining the $2 virtual classroom if you're only interested in watching that video each week. However, if you're also interested in submitting your artwork, then go ahead and join the still life tier, which is $5 a month, then the portrait. So for example, if you join portrait, you have access to the still life. Also, if you join figure, you have access to the portrait and the still life. If you join the group Zoom, you have access to all of the other ones as well. And then of course we have the one-on-one, which is now sold out, but if you're interested in that, just let me know. So now let's get into the details. So suppose that you start with the $5 a month still life landscape tier. What I will do is I will send you a welcome message that contains a listing of all of the pre-recorded videos. So let's enter the me camera. Don't let me scare you. I know that I'm not the most interesting thing in the world to look at, but you will be sent a list of pre-recorded video playlists starting with the basics. I mean the basics. If you can't draw a square or a circle or whatever, the basics, moving you all the way up towards finishing a Vermeer master study. And if you sign on at 12 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I'm probably asleep, so I will send you a message as soon as I get to the computer with the pre-recorded videos. Now what has changed and what has been improved on with the online classes is as follows. So if you join the still life, the portrait, or the figure, or the group Zoom, all of these tiers allow you to paint along with me on a Zoom link, as well as watching the video on YouTube for online students only. So the still life landscape tier. You will be able to join our weekly still life lesson every Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and post to the virtual classroom. You can attend both on YouTube and Zoom. So what it means is when I'm streaming at 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time every single Monday, you will have access to watching the video through a unlisted YouTube link, or simply click on the Zoom and you can talk to me during the lesson. And I will be painting any type of still life, or basically anything really, during that lesson, and I will give you advice based on still life or landscape. The concept is the same for portrait painting. So for $10 a month, portrait painting gets you access to the 10 a.m. So it says you can join our weekly portrait painting lessons on Wednesdays, 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Each lesson runs approximately an hour, usually a little bit more. So again, 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Wednesday. Every single Wednesday, I will be on painting some kind of portrait, and you will be able to paint along with me on Zoom, just like on Mondays. So if you join the portrait painting tier, you also have access to the Monday morning. Same thing with Friday. The only difference is you can join our weekly figure painting lesson on Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and post to the virtual classroom. As it says, you will also have access to the Monday and Wednesday classes as well. Students can join the figure class on Zoom only because we cannot use YouTube for this subject because of the subject of nudity. Like I said, YouTube might demonetize this video because of that figure painting. That's just how YouTube is. But if they do, whatever. I mean, this video is for you to know what to expect from my Patreon. So that's how it works. Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time for figure. Wednesdays, 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time for portrait. Mondays, 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time for still life. Now, the way that you can improve upon your artwork is to follow along the pre-recorded videos that I have. And now I'm going to show the me camera again because I'm going to switch back to that Facebook group. So it's very important that you follow the projects that I have listed for you and complete them at your own pace. So for example, if we look here, let's go back to my the Facebook. If we go back here, take me out of there. These are all examples of student artworks of the projects. You can see there's 3 of the Vermeers there. There's 2 of there's 3 project 2s. There's 1 project 1. Not that you need to know the number of it, but all of the students follow the online classes and paint the paintings that I suggest for the virtual classroom. So for example, this one is Angela's Vermeer. This is one of the more advanced projects that we have. You can see the level of detail she has there. Then we have this one's project 4. This is from Matthew, project 4. So again, the most important thing is that you as a student put in the time, and I on a weekly basis will be able to give you advice depending on how much you're able to paint. So for example, if you're only able to paint for like 1 day every 2 weeks or whatever, that's fine. I'm still able to give you advice on your artwork. And that's how it works. In the future, those pre-recorded videos are going to be put into a type of graduation process where project 1, project 2, those beginning projects will guide you into projects 3 and 5, will guide you into projects 6 through 7, and into more complicated projects. Students that complete the beginner projects all the way up to the advanced projects, I will consider more advanced students, and I work with them. As you've seen on the Facebook, many of them started with little to no experience with painting, and now you can see what they can do. So that is what to expect from my Patreon. Again, to become an online student, it starts at $5 a month, believe it or not, and then you can move your way up towards if you want to do portrait painting and figure painting along with me. So I look forward to seeing you on my Patreon. Like I said, with YouTube, I'm trying to figure out what to do, but those of you that are still watching this video, you're probably familiar with the content that I have already created on YouTube. So once again, hope that this helps you out. This clarifies any kind of confusion with how to navigate my Patreon, what to expect from my Patreon, and all of that stuff. So I wish you all the very best in all of your artwork, and hopefully I will see you on my Patreon.